Hi, Amanda here. This morning I am up and reading my great book that I have here that I checked out from my local library, Love Your Life, Not Theirs by Rachel Cruz. I'm having a nice cup of black coffee. And I've got out my journal book, which I use for everything. This is my brain. I got this at Walmart, but I use this for keeping track of my budget. I use it for notes to myself, talking to people, contractors, notes that I've written, grocery lists, everything. It's my brain on paper. So I'm looking at it this morning, and I wanted to talk with you guys about something I'm really excited about. I want to tell you how I plan to save $2,000 in the next year without giving up anything. So this is the way that I plan to do this. So several months ago, I periodically work my budget, well, every month, but I break it down into quadrants, and that would be another video that I talk about. But I basically make a quadrant that I have on paper that has the 4 weeks of the month, and break it down into income and bills that will be going through that month. So as I'm doing that every month, and it's just a really simple way of doing it, but it works for me. It works. I do it on paper. I have a better, for me, it's easier to keep up with than trying to do it. I've tried to do it on an Excel spreadsheet and things like that, but simple just really works easier for me. Anyway, so every month when I go through and make my budget for the next coming month, I will look at all my expenses and see, is there anything I can cut down or totally take out? And I look at expenses for my personal, and I look at expenses for my business, and I ask myself, are all these things essential? And I slowly pare down over time, or things that become less necessary that I used earlier. So things can change from time to time and seasonally. So what I am going to talk about today is my cell phone plan. So I have a love-hate relationship with the iPhone. My husband for years wanted to get a smartphone, and I was the one that was like, no, this little flip phone works fine, it's cheaper, it does everything we need it to do. We already have internet at the house, we have a computer at the house, why do you need a smartphone as well? So for years we did not have one, even after it seems like everyone has one. And then a couple of years ago, I was kind of like, oh, let's just do it. Well, we did get the smartphones, and we have loved them. They're very handy. They have GPS on them. They have just so many different things. I can look on my Flip app and see what sales are going on at the different grocery stores. I can use coupons. I use the Kroger app a lot, and I get instant coupons through there, things like that. So there's a lot of savings advantages and just convenience advantages to having your smartphone with you at all the time. So I have learned to love it, and now it would be hard for me to go back without it. However, I hate the bill every month. We were paying almost $200 a month before, because I would get like a 25% discount from my employer, and whenever we signed up, I was still working. And I did take a short time off. I am now back at work. That's for another conversation. But so anyway, previously we were paying almost $200 a month for the cell phone bill, and we had a 10 gigabyte plan. And then I hear everyone talking about unlimited, and it's such a better deal. So we went over and we talked to Verizon, and they set us up with an unlimited plan. And basically he showed me how it's going to be right about the same as we were paying before, but we won't have to worry about any overages or anything like that. So, so we went ahead and bit the bullet on that and switched. Well, ever since then, I have been so stressed out. And honestly, I was stressed out before because the cell phone bill is so high with a smartphone. So anyway, the average of what we've been paying on the Verizon plan since we switched over to the unlimited plan is between $210 and $219, $220 a month. So there was one month that it was like almost $260 because my husband had an international phone call with his nephew. But besides that, it's really between $210 and $220 a month. So I kind of factored that in for the year to see how much I would be paying. And so I averaged it to about $215 just to kind of, since it does range month to month. Okay, so if I was to stay on that current Verizon plan for the year, I would approximately pay $2,580. So in looking for ways that I've been researching to save money, I thought surely I can pare down on this cell phone bill. So I read lots of articles online, I researched a lot, and I heard some different things about like these companies like Cricket and different things, and I kind of looked into them, and the majority of them had a either no smartphone plan or a extremely reduced smartphone plan. Like 1 gigabyte or 2 gigabytes, and then some of them were compatible with iPhone, some of them weren't, and I just didn't feel very sure on any of those plans, but I definitely wanted to reduce it, and we were honestly thinking about just totally getting rid of our iPhones and just going back to the little flip phone or whatever. But my husband really didn't want to do that. He likes having certain apps and things like that at work. We have Audible apps that he can listen to on his break, and just different things. So then I start searching to try to find a reasonable smartphone plan that we wouldn't have to give up the smartphones, but that we could have a really reduced price. So I researched a lot, and I heard of like the Straight Talk. My sister uses that, and she's been using it for a while. Honestly, when she was first started using it, I was such a snob about it. I was such a brat because I was like, is that really legit? You know, like, can you really get calls? Are you gonna lag? Like all these things. And anyway, but so I really kind of blew it off at first, and my mother-in-law got the Straight Talk also, and they seem to be very happy with it. My sister's happy with it, my mother-in-law's happy with it. I think maybe even my sister-in-law has it as well. So I had already kind of heard about this like discount cell phone provider type deal, and I looked into the pricing on those as well, but for our area, the price was like still like $55 or $60 a month plus taxes and everything. So by the time you're like finished with everything, it was gonna be definitely a discount from where we were, but not a significant discount. And I really was looking for something that would like at least cut my bill in half. So in my research online, I kind of came across this ad that like popped up, like a banner ad that popped up at the top, and it was called Mint Sim, and I think they switched to the name Mint Mobile now. But so I clicked on it, and I thought, is this a scam? Is this legit? Like, I have never heard of this company, Mint Sim or Mint Mobile. So anyway, I did a little bit more research on it, and basically they use the T-Mobile service. They use, I don't know if they use their overage or what, but they use the T-Mobile service, so your cell phone reception and coverage area and everything should be really similar to T-Mobile. So if you already had T-Mobile, it would definitely be an easy transfer. But so I looked into it, and the prices like seemed great. So they have like regular month-to-month pricing, and then they have like year-long package pricing. So the month-to-month pricing for 10 gigabytes of data, and it comes with unlimited text and unlimited talking. So the regular pricing on that would be like $38 a month for the 10 gigabyte plan. But if you buy it in a year-long package, then it's only $25 a month. So I obviously wanted to go the cheapest route with it. Well, they do have an introductory pricing model that they'll give you one time, just so you can try it out, see if you like it and everything like that. So they have a couple of introductory things. They have an introductory 3-month trial package that they'll give you the year-long pricing for, but you can try it out and then see if you like it. So they also have a little card. Well, all of them come with a card because you're gonna have to switch it out on your phone, switch your SIM card out. But they also have like a little trial package, like if you just think, oh man, I live kind of rural, I don't know if this is gonna pick up, and you just want to try it and see without putting like money into buying a whole package. They have like one that I believe is $5 for a 1 GB card, and you don't have to necessarily cancel your service provider. You can just put it in your phone and then request a new number so that it doesn't port over your old phone number, so it doesn't cancel it. So if you're concerned about maybe the T-Mobile and or Mint SIM would not pick up in your area, because I know with rural areas they're really good in like metropolitan areas, but sometimes rural areas they are not as good. So if you're concerned about that at all, I would say like just get that little 1 GB trial card and see if it picks up, and then go from there. You can install like, you know, purchase a real plan after that. But being that I live fairly close to a Metroplex area, I wasn't really concerned that I wouldn't have any coverage. I thought that I would have coverage. Plus I had already talked to a friend that has T-Mobile, and she said her coverage is fine here. So anyway, so I went ahead and purchased the 3-month trial package, and I got the same pricing as if it was a year-long package. So I went and got one for my husband and one for me for 3 months, and it was $150 for $25 a month for each of us, which would be $50 a month. And then they charged me $5 of shipping to send the cards out to us, and then there was a small amount of taxes. However, I did notice that the taxes and the fees and everything were way less than like with Verizon when I was using them. So my total purchase price for the 3-month period was $166.56, and like I said, that includes a $5 shipping fee. Now once you've already installed it on your phone and everything like that, and you go to re-up it in 3 months, you will not have to pay that $5 shipping fee again because you already have your card. So a couple of things, I'll kind of tell you the way. First off, the pricing of what I'm anticipating for the next year, and why I'm going to continue going with them. Okay, so I've been really happy with it. I have noticed that when I load up the internet is a slightly not as speedy connection as before. However, I've been able to use everything. I've never not been able to use my cell phone. Like I've had a cell phone service, GPS service, pretty much everywhere. I have actually at my work, I have 4 bars of service, and I didn't even have that with Verizon. And at home, I have 1 to 2 bars of service. However, I have never had a drop call. I've never had a lag call or anything like that from my house, even with 1 or 2 bars of service. Okay, so the pricing that I'm anticipating for the next year, they are gonna bill me on August the 30th for mine and August the 31st for my husband's. So we are gonna go ahead and pay a year ahead of time, so that we can get that best pricing. So the pricing structure would be for, if you wanna get 2 gigs of data and unlimited talk and text, you get $15 a month. For 5 gigs of data, unlimited talk and text, it's $20 a month. And for 10 gigs of data and unlimited talk and text, it is $25 a month. So we've been using it for a couple of months now, and we kind of looked at our usage to see, and that's another reason we only start with a 3-month plan, just so we can kind of see how much data we're actually using and like what plan that we're gonna fall into. So based off of my usage and my husband's usage, he is going to do the 5 gigs a month, which would be $20 a month, and I am gonna do the 10 gigs a month, which would be the $25 a month. So for the year, prior to taxes and everything, my fee for my phone will be $300 and his will be $240. Now, based off of what my taxes and fees were for my first 3-month purchase, I kind of calculated it at the same rate, and for the year I'm anticipating $581.61 spent on our cell phones. So based off of that, and the $2,580 that we would have been spending on Verizon, subtracting that, we would save $1,998.39 over the course of the next year. So let me just kind of tell you what our usage has been. So people are really scared to go off of these unlimited plans because you feel like, oh no, I need that. What if I didn't have, you know, cell phone like data left or something? Like, first off, okay, if we run out, they do have the option to purchase 1 or 2 more gigs. It's not as cheap if we do it that versus the month to month, but that is an option. Secondly, I would rather budget my data usage and save $2,000 over the next year than I would the fear of not being able to watch a Netflix video that I wanted to watch on demand. The other thing I love about this is they don't let you go over, based on my understanding, they don't let you go over, and you have an app that you can download on your phone, and actually I'll show you. So I go in there and look and see. Oh, and this is totally funny. They sent me a bill, a quote bill, just that says, welcome to the no bill chill life for this month, because I already pre-purchased 3 months. This is just a friendly reminder that we won't be charging you for the service today or next month. Sweet, right? Here are your stats for the month. I use 7.68 gigabytes of data, 1543 minutes of talking. That's a lot of talking. And 101 text messages. So they sent me this funny message, just like congratulating me on not having a bill this month. Anyway, so if you go into the app, right, so this is what the little app looks like. It's right here, if you can see it. Maybe. There you go. It's a little fox. So go into that app after you've downloaded it, and it's going to give you your account summary, and it's going to tell you how much is going to be billed. So I will be billed my messages or my gigabyte for the month. Just, it does not roll over though. That is one thing, but I mean, just get what you need, so you don't need it to roll over is my thinking. But so within the app, it tells me I already can switch it to which plan. So after I sign up for the plan, I can switch to which plan that I'm planning on doing. Right now I'm on the 3-month plan, but I'm going to be switching to the 1-year plan, and it tells me here I'm going to be billed $300 on August 30th. And then down here, there's a little icon that I can check and see how much gigabytes of data I have left for the month. So I'm checking right now, it's refreshing up, and then it's gonna tell me how much data I have left for the month. So I have not even come close to running out so far. And like I said, for the last month, okay, and now you can see there, it tells you exactly how much you have left. Okay. Right there. 4GE data left, 9.9 gigabytes. So you always know exactly how much you have left, and I did not even come close to using all my data the last 2 months. However, I did use more than 5 gigs both months, so that's why I'm choosing to go ahead and do the 10 gig package versus the 5 gig package. And the reason for that is that I commute to work, like an hour to work, so I often like watch, or not watch, but I listen to YouTube videos or podcasts and things like that in the background. I do have to get up very early for work, and it's a long drive, so I like to have these things to kind of keep me awake and focus and help me open my mind up and be ready for the day. So I really went back and forth on like, should I just go with the 5 gig package or the 10 gig package, because it would be really, like, I could save that extra $60 a year, and I just came to the conclusion, no, it's worth it to me for that extra $60. So in August, my husband and I will be paying $581.61 to go ahead and re-up it for the whole year, but then our cell phone bill will be paid and we will not have another cell phone bill for another year. So that is really nice for me. I haven't given up anything. I can still listen to my YouTube videos in the car while I'm driving. I still have my GPS, and I still have leftover data at the end of the month. And my husband only used 1.77 gigabytes of data last month. We are going to go ahead and get him the 5 gigabytes versus the 2, even though he's falling under that 2 threshold, but because we just want to make sure and have plenty, and it is so cheap anyway. So like, even with us getting slightly more data than we are already consistently using, like, we're still going to save $2,000. And let's see, that would be, so 581.61 divided by 2580. So that is going to be only the cost of 22% of our old cell phone bill. So we're going to be saving about 78% over our old cell phone bill. So definitely worth it. I haven't given up anything. I still have a smartphone. I haven't gone back to the flip phone, but I'm going to be saving $2,000 on it a year. So if this is something you're interested in, and you're interested in saving $2,000 in the next year and not giving up a freaking thing, then comment below and tell me if you're interested. Again, that website that I got it on is, like I said, they changed the name a couple of times, but I just want to verify live that it is, I'm giving you the right website, and I will put it in the description box below, but it's mintmobile.com. And whenever you do go to do it, like I said, you can go ahead and do like the 3-month trial if you want to just verify that you like it and it works for your family before you get yourself locked into a year. Or you could just try that 1 gig little SD card. One caveat that I will say to this, okay, so we tried doing it both ways when we switched over, and this would apply to like any cell phone. But port your number over. It will give you 2 different options. It will give you the option to get assigned a new number, and it will give you the option to have your number ported in. And I will tell you that whenever you port your number in from your old cell phone, it basically like deactivates your account immediately with Verizon. Since I chose, for both me and my husband, we didn't know which way to do it. We hadn't done it before, so we were just like, oh, we'll just get new numbers. My husband gets a lot of junk calls anyway, so we just went ahead and got new numbers. However, so that did not immediately cancel our contract with Verizon, so I had to like manually go and call Verizon and tell them to cancel it, and she's like, but you've already paid for the next month, so I can't cancel it. So what she had to do was like freeze my account from there for the rest of the month, and then like there was like a service fee associated with the freezing the account. So in the long run, we're still going to be saving $2,000 over the next year. We could have done it a little bit more effectively and save more money that first month. So if you do go ahead and switch over, just be sure when you get to the option, they'll send you in the instructions and everything, but when you get to the option that asks you, do you want to port your number in from your old cell phone provider, or do you want a new number? Port your number in. It will save you a little bit of money in the beginning. Because it will immediately cancel your old contract. And I would still call your company and make sure that it cancel your old contract, but it should do it automatically as well, since they're basically retrieving that number from another company and putting it with their company. So anyways, I've been super happy about this service. I've been telling all my friends and my colleagues about it, And anyway, I just want to share it with you guys because maybe you're trying to save money for whatever reason, either to put money back or get out of debt or save for a college fund or a wedding or whatever. There's always something better you can be putting $2,000 for than for this. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed and have a great day.